Getting answers for Western Massachusetts. This is Western Mass News.
Getting answers on the Bay State's vaccine supply as the federal government moves to ship out even more of the Johnson & Johnson single-shot COVID-19 vaccine.
And how does this impact the next round of vaccine appointments set to open up tomorrow? We'll have those details. Janna?
And it was a gorgeous day out there today, but colder temperatures are on the way. We'll take a look at the details in my first warning forecast.
Western Mass News is your vaccine authority. Teachers and child care workers here in Massachusetts are now clear to sign up for the COVID-19 vaccine starting next Thursday, March 11th. Good Wednesday evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Pisano.
And I'm Jordyn Jagolinzer. That's another 400,000 people who will be trying to book one of the state's very limited vaccine appointments. And even with the Johnson & Johnson vaccine being approved, Governor Baker says the supply will be somewhat stagnant for the month of March.
Western Mass News reporter Audrey Russo is live for us in Springfield with more. Audrey?
Governor Baker today said that Massachusetts has already received all the doses they're going to get for the month of March of the Johnson & Johnson single-dose jab.
So the one-shot thing makes a big difference.
Governor Charlie Baker Wednesday talking up the benefits of Johnson & Johnson's one-dose COVID-19 vaccine, of which the state received a 58,000-dose allotment this week.
And that has been distributed primarily to hospitals, health systems, some community health centers.
That excitement, though, was accompanied by less than exciting news about the number of doses Massachusetts will get for the rest of March.
We don't expect to get any more until the end of March or the beginning of April.
Western Mass News reached out to the different hospital systems and the regional vaccine collaboratives to see if any of those 58,000 one-dose jabs made their way to the western part of the state. We found that Bay State Health and Mercy Medical Center did not receive an allotment of J&J. Cooley Dickinson reps say their hospital did. Of the regional vaccine collaboratives, only Berkshire County received doses of Johnson & Johnson, though Franklin County did not return our call.
We were given a notification by the state over the weekend, in fact, that we would be allocated the Johnson & Johnson vaccine.
Michael Leary is the communications director for Berkshire Health Systems, and he says there are now a few thousand Johnson & Johnson vaccine doses ready to go into arms at all three sites in the Berkshire Vaccine Collaborative. Leary says the state didn't say why the Berkshire sites were chosen for the one-dose vaccine, but with 32 cities and towns in the Berkshire County area, he expects it'll speed up vaccination for that part of the state.
The Johnson & Johnson vaccine, in our mind, is a game changer, and we're hoping that it leads to the opportunity for us to vaccinate many more people.
The Berkshire County collective vaccine sites are in Pittsfield, North Adams, and Great Barrington. Larry says they're available to anybody in Massachusetts. Live in Springfield, Audrey Russo for Western Mass News.
Our team coverage on the COVID-19 vaccine now continues as people across the state try to get the coronavirus vaccine. Many say the sign-up process hasn't been as smooth as it could be.
This comes one day before the state adds more appointments online to get the shot. Western Mass News reporter Sarah Gurnelli joins us live in Chicopee now with the very latest. Sarah?
Chris, Jordan and I spoke with one man who says it took him weeks to be able to get an appointment to get the COVID-19 vaccine, and another person I spoke with says his family members, well, they had no problem at all.
Every Tuesday in Massachusetts, the state opens up its portal to schedule new appointments to get the coronavirus vaccine. But it has been a bumpy road for those trying to sign up.
Maddening. Absolutely maddening. There's got to be a better way.
Paul Tangway tells Western Mass News he has tried to sign up to get the shot since the very beginning. With the online portal and the amount of people trying to get the vaccine, he says it was extremely difficult.
You could get so far and then it would kick you out. And if you didn't really know your way around the computer, I'm sure, some of the older people, myself included, it was hard to navigate.
According to the state, 12,000 new appointments for first doses will open up for those eligible on Thursday. For Tangway, he won't have to wait in the virtual waiting room any longer.
I fortunately was able to get my first shot last week, but it's only through blind luck. We were just surfing all the sites, and last week it just popped up that there were sites available in Agawam.
Western Mass News looking at the most recent data from the state for all three counties. More than 9,000 doses of the vaccine has been shipped to Franklin County. More than 68,000 have been shipped to Hampden County. And in Hampshire County, more than 27,000 have been sent there. Another man we spoke with says he won't be getting the shot, but his family members have.
It was pretty easy. They got online, and there's some areas where you can go and get it. Eastfield Mall was one of them, and there was one in East Long Meadow and Agawam.
So again, tomorrow is when more appointments for the vaccine open up online. Now, if you're not so tech savvy, the state has added a phone number that you can call to make sure that you get an appointment. That number is 211. Live in Springfield, I'm Sarah Grinelli for Western Mass News.
Sarah, thanks for that live report. Now, for the second time, the mayor of West Springfield is proposing the Big E to become a mass COVID-19 regional vaccination site.
This comes after the town was denied by the state last month. Western Mass News reporter Leon Purvis has more.
I'm going Thursday, and I'd rather go to the Big E than Eastfield Mall.
Mary Barker telling Western Mass News she would rather get her COVID-19 vaccine at the Big E. But for now, the Agawam resident has to go to the Eastfield Mall to protect herself against the coronavirus. But other Western Mass residents believe the Big E is a prime location.
I think it could be a great location. I mean, everyone knows where it's at, right? It's big, it's got plenty of space.
The other sites where they're giving vaccines, I mean, there's like lines.
This time around, West Springfield Mayor William Reichel is adding Grandville and Tolland to their regional group. He added more communities in hopes to get a green light from the state.
So we want to add those more communities, but also just remind the state we're ready to go, we're flexible, we'll do what we need to do.
Reichel adds the reason why the Big E didn't become a vaccination site the first time around is because of the lack of doses in the Bay State.
They just said, hey, right now we don't have the doses. So keep in contact with us, keep working on your plan, adding communities, and as we get more doses, we'll see what we can do.
We reached out to President and CEO of the Eastern States Exposition, Gene Cassidy. He tells Western Mass News in a statement, "We are here, ready, and available for when the administration desires to place a regional vaccination site on our property. We will support whatever our hometown and neighboring mayors are able to facilitate."
President Joe Biden says that there will be enough vaccinations available for all Americans by May. That makes officials hopeful that the Big E can become a vaccination site. In West Springfield, Leon Purvis, Western Mass News.
And Western Mass News is your vaccine authority. We're getting you answers surrounding the COVID-19 vaccine and its rollout. Grab your phone, open up the camera app, and scan that QR code there at the bottom of your screen for the latest vaccine headlines, vaccination sites, and to send us a vaccine-related question. You can also call us with your questions at 413-846-0200 or email us at vax@westernmassnews.com. And a quick reminder that this is not for signing up to get the vaccine.
Turning now to the latest coronavirus numbers in the state over the past 2 weeks, the Massachusetts Department of Public Health is reporting over 1,500 new cases of COVID-19 today. That brings the total number of confirmed cases in the Bay State to more than 553,000. 28,000 of those are believed to currently be active. The state is also sadly seeing 66 new deaths. The statewide death toll now stands at just under 16,000.
We saw some pretty colors out there for this evening's sunset. This picture taken in Southwick. Very nice coloring from Chris. So thanks to him for sending in that photo. It was a gorgeous day today. We hit middle to upper 40s throughout the lower valley, closer to 40 in Orange, North Adams, and Pittsfield. So a little bit cooler, but still with that March sunshine, it felt pretty nice. Temperatures now down to 42 degrees here in Springfield. Still a little brisk, but not too bad. It's not really gusty out there tonight. We will keep a light breeze, so there'll be a slight wind chill as we head through the overnight hours. Temperatures now are hitting 30s in more locations, and tonight I think most of us will end up back toward the middle and upper 20s. So it will be a chilly night ahead. Wind is coming in out of the north and west, and we do have a cold front that'll be sweeping through later tonight. Doubtful we'll see any wet weather with it, maybe a few flurries in the Berkshires, but right now everybody is dry. We just have some patchy clouds. Looking at the next couple of hours throughout the evening, temperatures still kind of hovering above freezing in the greater Springfield area. Of course, if you live in the hills, you're going to be dipping into the 20s a little sooner than the rest of us. Patchy clouds overnight with a flurry in the Berkshires, and then looking at your Thursday planner, bright sunshine, but colder and blustery. We'll take a look at your full forecast in just a few minutes. Back to you.
Janna, thanks. In Chicopee, the search continues for 11-year-old Aiden Blanchard. A group of fire and police crews out in full force looking for Aiden at the Medina Street boat ramp. Aiden was last seen on February 5th in the Willimantic area near Oldfield Road. Police do not suspect any foul play at this time and are asking anyone with information on Aiden's whereabouts to call the department.
New at 6, authorities say David Jones, the man charged in connection with an armed robbery of a bank in Northampton last month, has been held without the right to bail. That ruling comes after a dangerousness hearing today. The Northwestern DA's office says Jones demanded money from a teller at the People's United Bank on King Street back on February 25th. They say the 38-year-old from Charlemont implied he had a gun. Jones is charged with armed robbery and masked robbery.